These are examples of situations where we don't value human life.
So a tumor is not human life.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. Just because it has
Are you dumb?
human DNA, is it not?
What do you think human
person,
life is?
Does the tumor have its own separate human DNA, or does it have the same human DNA as to it's attached to?
Some.
You'll have to give me an example.
A biparental mole formed at conception. Now, will you concede the point?
Hold on. Well, I'm looking.
Now you're stumbling like a fucking retard because you have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm looking it up.
Okay.
I'm looking it up.
So you look that up. I'm going to talk to my stream chat. No, I would prefer if you did the research before talking about the topic, but I'm totally good with you doing it right now.
So,
you want me to get up and piss? While you can actually just research the topic. I gotta go piss real quick. If that's good?
Okay. A molar pregnancy is not a regular pregnancy. Unusual growth cells.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry. My audio was having some issues. Okay, if somebody can't do something, are they capable of doing it?
Do humans generally have the capability of doing something?
Go ahead and answer my question.
Please repeat your question.
Because you were just ignoring it, because you're like wildly bad faith. The question was, if somebody can't do something, are they capable of doing it?
So are humans generally capable of doing the thing?
No, you're doing the thing again, where you ignore my question and ask a stupid one instead. Go ahead and answer my question.
I'm not ignoring the question. I'm literally answering your question.
What was my question?
If you can't do it, are you capable of doing it?
And your answer was a yes or a no?
Just because a singular person cannot do something does not mean that humans are not generally capable of doing something. That's not what I asked.
Please answer my question with yes or no.
Again, just because you are, I mean, now who's the one being bad faith when I'm specifically telling you?
You're actually just ignoring my question. The one being bad faith right now is you.
I'm not, to my knowledge, and this one I definitely could be wrong.
You are wrong.
Clearly, I'm more educated on this topic than you are.
Nobody thinks that. Can you please answer my question? Can I ask you two? Back to back? Just a yes or no?
What are they?
Yeah, so the first question you were asked was, do you believe, as you said previously in the conversation, that if something has not happened yet, it cannot happen?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So the second question was, has 2024 happened yet?
No.
So now we're going to move on to something else. So we're going to go into, do you think that the polio vaccine was possible? Before it happened, was it possible to have it happen?
Yeah.
Okay. Had it happened yet before it happened?
Nope.
So, okay. So that's going to be another contradiction of you. Do you understand how dumb you look to any normal person right now?
I would say no, but...
You don't understand many things. That's okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that one through you, do you?
One topic that I feel like I can debate almost anybody on is the morality of abortion.
Fine.
And we had scheduled out this debate. We were the last person in the first tier, and Bunk ended up. So he said that he forgot when the debate was, but I'm guessing he just. Part of me feels like he just felt it was beneath him, because he ended. It was literally less than a week before.
Well, you said it, dog, not me. I'm not. God, what a fucking cell phone. Holy shit. Yeah, he just thought that I was beneath him. Fuck, bro. I mean, that's what you think, I guess.
Where we had said, okay, the debate's going to be on this day. And then it comes time to debate.
Hold on. Is the intent to be like that I'm insanely fucking pretentious and think that I'm like above everybody else? Because if that's the case, like I just won't debate everybody because I think I'm above everybody else. Like the other critique I get from these people is that like I debate anybody. I debate literally everybody, like even nobody randos. I debate them too. So
I feel like I could take, when it comes to abortion, I could have decimated Bunk. Bunk is not that great of a debater when you actually look at his videos, and I think it's more so the people who he debates just are terrible debaters.
That's great. I don't know why you value it at that point. So, were you saying that you value like the like human development? Like that's
Oh my god, I hate how I looked in this. Who fucking let me do this shit? God damn. Did bro literally go and have to... Dude, you know it's like a signal that somebody is saying, like an outdated critique of you? Or they're like hardcore cherry picking. If they have to go back to clips that are like 2 years old now. This is like 2 years old. This is when I was 17. This is like, what the fuck, bro? Bro went in the deep archives, bro.
the only thing I can think of.
God damn.
So like the human development,
Impressive.
like I just
Yeah, like that's the only thing I can think of. You're like you're really bad at explaining your. I don't know how else to say it. You're just being really
because
bad at
usually
explaining
it's
it.
like I'm more to like I'm sorry, like I'm more to the argument of like where people say it's like bad, like that type of argument.
Everyone debunked debates is like a low tier retard. Here's an example of one person bunk debating being a low tier retard. That's really weird because I've actually like actively gone out and seek out debates with people who are generally considered to be pretty good at the subjects that they discuss. Like I'll have like I've debated a ton of people. I've been on like Destiny's stream and argued with him about a couple of things. I've been like fiending for a Destiny debate, even though that never went through. I've actively gone out and tried to like have. I think I've gone back and forth in DMs with Dr. Bogardus until he like ended up like falling through on the debate. What else? I'm trying to think. I'll like go into the servers with all the people where people will say like this person's insanely good at fucking debate, and they'll have conversations there. And even in like these servers where people are generally like pretty good at having conversations, I like people are like, wow, you know, he's a complete dog shit, does no idea what the fuck he's doing. It's really weird to me for somebody to make like critique of me saying like, okay, hold on, I'm gonna try and phrase this in the most coherent way possible. It feels like sometimes the critiques I get from people are all completely contradictory. Like, I'll have some people say that you only debate retards, and I'll have other people say that like the problem with you is that like you're dodging a debate with me. And it's like, should I vet who I debate or not? Right? People critique me like, why are you debating people who are like irrelevant? But then also people critique me saying like, why are you only at it for the clout? Why won't you have a conversation? Like, it's bizarre to me. I have people who critique me for saying I use like tricky debate tactics and I'm not actually winning any of the arguments on substance. Other people being like, they have absolutely no idea what they're doing. They're rhetorically dog shit. And I'm confused. Should I use more or less rhetoric? Should I talk to more or less people? I don't know. There's no way to please people on the internet. It's like an observation that's been made a billion times before, but like it's out of my hands at that point. I've just like completely given up on it. It's so hard for me to take in critique because I think a lot of the times when you do political content and people critique you, often it's just because they disagree with your viewpoints. There's an actual like they're not like actually trying to make you better in any regard. It's just they're trying to scrounge up something to be mad at you over. It's always the case.
like never having to go this far into it because people just usually give up before they get this far. So it's sorry, it's kind of a new territory for me. So that's why I'm a bit bad at explaining.
Also, I'll let it be known that this person, similar to the person who made the video, claimed that abortion was their best topic and they could take anybody on it.
You told me this is your best argument stance,
No, I
and
mean,
you're
it's
like,
my best argument
I just
stance,
want,
like,
I
I'm-
literally
I'm
just
saying-
want you to explain to me like why you value it at that point. Like I understand that you value it at that point. Now why?
I've seen some of his YouTube videos involving abortion, and
Cool.
the big thing he does is bring up hypotheticals that literally have nothing to do with the topic at hand.
That's a dumbass critique. Every hypothetical I bring up has something to do with the topic at hand. There's no point in bringing up hypotheticals that have nothing to do with the topic at hand. It does nothing for you in the conversation. Like, it's really, if somebody just keeps bringing up hypotheticals that have nothing to do with the topic, the response is just to answer the hypotheticals because they have no entailments on the topic. Like, they can't bite you in the ass no matter how you answer them. What a fucking stupid point. Wow. This is the best bunk critique. Holy shit. This is as good as it gets.
I mean, how I see it is if you're going to bring up hypotheticals, at least make them somewhat relevant or somewhat attainable, whereas he felt more on the need to bring up hypotheticals that could never exist and quite possibly were just absurd.
Wait, they're hypotheticals that don't. Wait, so they say could never exist. Do they mean it's like there's a contradiction in the hypothetical? Because I never brought up a hypothetical where there's a contradiction. Like that's the only grounds where you have to dodge a hypothetical. Even then, it's like some of them are somewhat relevant. Are your chats delayed? No, I'm seeing it right now, bud. Wait, you're at 8 p.m. CST? Am I fucked? Oh my god, no, I'm still in CST on my computer. Okay. No, your chats are coming through. But like, that's the grounds at which you probably could reject a hypothetical in some situations. Like, I literally can't even conceptualize it because there's a contradiction entailed logically. That's a stance where you could be like the hypothetical contains a contradiction. But if what he's saying is like they don't exist in the real world, it's like that's the point of the hypotheticals, right? Like that's the whole point.
All right, so why shouldn't we kill this entity that I've made, right? Why shouldn't we kill it? Because it doesn't have the potentiality of having another conscious experience. What would make it different from like...
Again, I don't think your hypothetical is representing the situation.
Wait, so no, I remember this hypothetical. I brought up the concept of a essentially brain dead individual, a P zombie, if you will. It's a hypothetical that's been used before in philosophy. It's used quite frequently. Right? The only thing I took out of the P zombie example, as I said, it doesn't interact with the world around it. Right? It's like basically just a living body with no experience up here. There's nothing there. They can't feel anything. They're like a vegetable. Basically, a vegetable with no potentiality for sentient experience. They're a vegetable with no even certain what's the word, like not even a dulled conscious experience. There's like nothing there. The only thing that's functional is that they have a human life. It's alive and it's human. And that was a reductio on Michael Knowles' view that what we value is human life, which is like clearly not the case. This is obviously relevant, and it's obviously something that can obtain. Unless what they mean by can is some other type of modality, which there's no reason to reject it on those grounds either. This is a really stupid critique. This is going to be really hard to defend. Wow, they're just making like a shit ton of critiques that are like really fucking bad. Hold on. Let me pull up like a notepad, and we'll start writing some of this shit down, because this is like... It's not like one of those videos where they're like bringing up like patch controversy or something. Like every critique they make of me is like kind of ass. Hold on. I just want to like remember them so I can push all of them. Hold on. They're not possible. They don't obtain. Yeah. Okay. Sick.
Situation that is at debate right now.
No, you won't answer the hypothetical because you know it relates to this. If it wasn't related at all, you'd be able to answer this hypothetical incredibly easily. But you're trying to dodge this question.
What you're describing is something that does not. No, what you're describing is something that does not relate to the question at hand. Because
that's
the
great.
entity that you're describing is not the same as an unborn baby, and it's not even similar to an unborn baby.
It's not the same, but it possesses the property that they think is relevant. They said that they don't value the potentiality for conscious experience. Okay. Yeah, no, this is like really dumb. This is really holy shit.
But
I told him, well, although you're not in the tournament anymore, if you want to on the side, I know Broshi's still willing to debate it. Even if you don't want to do it on my platform, you can do it on his or yours, but whatever ones you feel comfortable with. So he told me he is planning on getting around for that, but I kind of left it at that because, like I said, I'm busy running a tournament, my own thing. So it's like whatever's between you guys is between you guys, but I hope the best of luck for you if he ever does take up your challenge again.
So I reached out to him like...
Take up the challenge? Homeboy wasn't challenging me. What do you mean? I offered to reschedule with him. He said he didn't want to reschedule the debate. What the fuck is he talking about? I don't... Wait, hold on. Can I bring this guy's DMs with me? Hold on. Hold on. Where's the Hey, do you have for a conversation or interview sometime? I said recently. 100%. Sorry, I've been going through hell recently. I haven't debated too much. So, getting me off my ass to do a Sunday stream if that works. Sunday, I have family obligations already. I'm not gonna read off all of that. And they also said, I don't really want you to think of this as a debate, although I might push back on some of the things you say a little bit. So they like, no, it's not a debate. They literally explicitly said they didn't want to debate me when they invited me on their stream. I mean, we can debate if that's what he wants, but it's weird to be like, oh, by the way, I just want to have a conversation. I don't want to debate you. And then be like, wow, this guy's ducking my debate challenge. What do you want from me? I'm so confused. These people on the internet are so confusing all of the time. What a strange
Shortly
guy.
after. And we had talked about doing a debate or just like having a conversation kind of like what I
yeah, that's right, motherfucker. Walk it back.
did with you. And he at first was like all for it, and then out of nowhere he just stopped responding to any of my messages. So I was like, okay, like, do you actually want to debate? Part of me is wondering if he just does it for clout rather than the actual debate or wanting to debate.
Wait. Oh shit! You also got me a drink. Goddamn. We're drink the fuck out. Thank you. Oh my god, we got a drink too. Let's go. Let's go, chat. No. When they're like, are they at it for like the actual debate? Are they at it for the ideas, or are they just at it for the clout? Like, I don't. Apparently, I'm debating all of these retards. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm at it for the clout at all. I've debated all these no names. That's really weird. I just like the reason I don't really follow up on those interview things is because it's not something that I find particularly interesting. When people watch my stream, I don't want them to get like highly invested in me as a person because, frankly, I'm kind of a bland person. I want to like talk about the ideas, and I want people to hear the arguments given, and then hopefully we have like a better conversation surrounding the arguments. It's so weird to me for somebody to come out and be like, they're only at it for clout. Bitch, if I was at it for clout, there are like a billion ways I could get clout. All right? I have connections to a shit ton of streamers. I will never go on any of their streams because I don't care. Okay? Sure, like, it'd be nice to get, like, paid more to do the fucking politics shit. But I'm not doing it for clout. Like, if I wanted to get clout, there are a billion other ways I could do it. There's, like, quite literally one of the least efficient ways to get clout is streaming about, like, philosophy shit. No one gives a fuck about that. No one gives a single shit. I like burned every single bridge of the commentary community, like all the orbiters and shit. And that's something I find interesting. I got like I get so much more fucking attention, but I just kept those bridges up. I just continued to play into like that already conceived narrative. It's just like doesn't track with the way that I act. The way that I act is like wildly different from the intentions that are being prescribed to me. But it's whatever.
Well, Brogy told me he was typing out like one of those hackers in the 90s trying to get through the firewall that's encrypted in Portuguese about how much Bunk was a bitch. And I was like, whoa, bro, you can't tell me this in private. Like, I'll have to air it out in the podcast. But, you know, if these two titans were to collide, I would love to see it. I would love to see a debate between these two individuals. But beyond that...
Lol, wait. His video is calling me like... Oh, this is also funny. The title's like, Bunk's not that good of a debater. They're not that good, guys. Come on. They could be better. There's a possibility they could be better. That's the call out. The call out is like, they're not that good. Okay. They're not like God's gift to debate. You guys, the other person in the stream calling me a titan. Holy shit. I can't tell if this is dissing me or if it's like sucking me off. I have no idea what's happening right now.
I'm Paisley Dialects, and you've seen this all in HD.
Yeah, hell yeah. And Bunk, if you see this, man, all love, no hate, but you know,
Just
I think you should hit up. Yeah, just hit up Rosie, man.
Why the fuck am I
What's
supposed
it?
to?
Also,
Why
if you
am I
listen to this,
expected to
looking
hit
forward
up this person? So wait, how am I? I'm not a mind reader. I'm not reading your mind that you want to debate me. I'm not gonna reach out to you if you want to have a conversation to hit me up. Okay. Okay. They like explicitly said I don't want to have a debate. Okay. Okay. Whatever.
Start a vegan debate if it hadn't happened yet, or in the future. That should be enjoyable.
I'm looking
But,
forward
yeah.
to that crushing.
Interesting. Cool. What an interesting guy. Okay. I think we're supposed to talk on stream now. You want me to ring him on Discord? Maybe that's the meme. I'll ring him on Discord. Why not?
What's
my-
up, dude?
Oh, what's up? You had a video critiquing me. I think I
Yeah.
watched it on stream.
So the big critique I have is just it seems like granted I don't know how many structured debates that you actually have, but the structured debates that I have known you to be a part of, it seems like you either end up dipping out or just not reaching out back to them. The only real
What do you mean a
examples
structured debate?
so Lincoln Douglas style debates. So
Oh,
obviously we have.
I don't do Lincoln Douglas style debates
Oh well, why not?
because I like free flow conversations more.
Ah, okay. So that was my entire critique. Was
No, it wasn't.
is-
I watched your
that
video.
was
What?
Yep. And did you see?
That's not what you said, dog. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That was. Hold on. Fucking A. I'm trying to-
My entire stream just watched it. Wait.
So if you look at the specific or the caption for the video, it specifically says he has ran from numerous structured debates.
Numerous structured debates. What other structured debates have I run from?
So the only ones I know of are mine and Sola.
Sola hasn't reached out to me for a time. We agreed to debate. It's still
he told
pending.
me that you guys are trying to set stuff up, and then you said that you had to do something, you were busy, and then you just never reached back out to him. That's what I got told.
That's not true.
Like I said, I can
your critique
only go
of
off
me-
of what I was told.
So you didn't say that at all in the video, right? First of all, if you want to talk about the Lincoln Douglas style debates, I offered to reschedule with you. You clipped it from the stream. Very, very, very conveniently left out the part where I offered to reschedule the debate or do it right then and there, despite not being prepared. Right? You clipped that part out. It's very notable.
Yeah, because you didn't.
Okay,
you
so
said that
you did clip
didn't
it
have
out.
you said that you did not have time to do an LD style debate.
I didn't have time
Did
to go
you or
back to my
did you not?
computer for it. I might
You
have said
said
that,
that
I might
you
not.
did not have time
Did I
to do
offer
an
to reschedule
LD
with
style
you?
debate. Yeah, and that's what I tried to do.
You tried to
even set up a
reschedule the
time-
LD style debate? No, you explicitly said
we
no.
tried to.
You explicitly said no to that.
I
You were
tried to
just lying.
reschedule a conversation with you.
You didn't try
Did
and
I or did I
reschedule a
not?
Lincoln Douglas style debate with me. You explicitly said it wouldn't be a debate.
Yeah,
You
but
tried to
that
schedule an
doesn't-
interview with me. That's not rescheduling a debate.
Did I or did I not say that I would be pushing back on some of your things or some of your points?
You
And
said
yeah,
that.
correct. I
Did you
did
say
not
that?
say-
You said it was not a
Correct,
debate,
I-
right? So you didn't reschedule a debate with me, and I also ran away. That's not true.
Did I or did I not say that I would push back?
Did
on
you
some
say it
of
was
your
a debate?
points?
Yes or no?
That doesn't matter.
No, it
If
does.
we
Whenever we're
have-
talking about scheduling a debate, whether it's a debate or not does matter. I don't care if you scheduled something else.
It really does not matter.
Yes, it does. Whenever you say I rescheduled the debate with you, if it's not
I
a
am
debate that
pushing
you
back on-
rescheduled, yeah,
if I'm
I can push
pushing
back on my
your
friend.
points, is that not debating somebody?
You said that wasn't.
Hold on, what? I'd have to look back at exactly what the messages were.
Okay, so you don't know what message you sent to me. I read them out on
This was
stream. You
fucking
said explicitly
3
that it wouldn't
months
be a
ago.
debate. That's the interaction you're referring to. You're choosing to bring up things from 3 months ago. I'm just showing that you're wrong on those, right? And now we're going to move on to the other things that you brought up in your video, right? The actual substance of your video. Not the things that you're saying were the critiques in the video. They weren't the critiques in the video. You never said anything about Lincoln Douglas style debating. You didn't say anything
I
about
did say structured debates in the edit, and the only
you
reason
said
that I didn't
structured
bring it
debates
up-
in the
yep.
caption, dog, not the
So,
video.
Yep. The reason being is because whenever
Okay,
I
let's talk
put
about the
together
video then.
I didn't. Okay, in the caption of the video, does it or does it not say structured debates?
The caption? The caption
Yeah,
is the
which is
video.
still-
That's the description, dog.
Yep, the description saying that you are running from
So-
structured debates.
So I'm going to restate myself, and I want you to pay attention this time, okay? So,
Yep.
in the video, not the description of the video, in the video, those were not the critiques that you made, When you say those are critiques of the video, you are wrong. You didn't
and
say
actually,
that.
that's not even.
You're trying to run away from the
true
things
either.
you said in the video. It's very clear.
At the very
sorry,
end, did you read the caption that I added into the video? Did you read the
very
caption?
end? The caption that you added into the video?
Yep, the one where it's saying how you
thanks
still
for watching?
No, right before that.
He ended up dodging this debate too? You didn't say anything about structured debate? Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's take
dodging
a step back.
a debate. Whether or not it's structured or not, did I not say that you dodged the debate?
Mm-hmm. You were wrong about dodging the debate. I understand you made another wrong claim in your video. We've already been over that.
From my knowledge, from what I was told, you were dodging.
No. At what point did they set up a time with me? At what point did they say that they wanted to debate me?
They said that you were talking about it, and then you just stopped responding to him.
What? We called to try and set up the debate, and they ended up talking to me about something different.
I can only go off of what I was told.
Okay, so when you put the thing in your video, it's just something that you heard about me once?
Well, we've talked about it a few times.
So it's something that you heard about me a few times from the same person?
Yep.
Oh.
I don't, again, but you've already said that you don't do Lincoln Douglas style debates.
Yeah,
so
we were setting up a Lincoln Douglas style debate.
So you guys are going to do a debate?
Yeah, we were just going to have a conversation.
Okay.
No you your response? Wait, so let's please stop running away from the things you said in your video. I want to get to the other things you said in the video. We already know.
Did I not say?
Yes, you're filibustering. You're clearly running away from the point.
No.
If you're not running away from the point, let me move on to the actual point that I was going to address before you interrupted me. Okay. Fantastic. So, in your video, you said that I only debate people who are stupid. Do you know of any people who are like really smart who I'm dodging debates from?
Nope, I did not say you only debate people who are stupid. I said the people who you debate
all the people that you debate
aren't that good.
Oh, so it's not that I only debate people who are stupid. It's just that they're not typically that good.
I don't remember exactly what I said. This was fucking posted on.
Was it Monday? Yesterday, dog.
But today's Thursday, you're right. I don't know. I scheduled it.
It was posted yesterday, dog. Yeah.
I scheduled it for Wednesday. That doesn't mean I fucking worked on it on Wednesday.
So you just want to say like that's not actually a critique of me. You're not making any actual critique of me there.
That is. I mean, when it comes to your abortion debates, so I saw those ones of yours, and those ones, the people who you debated against, were not good.
The one with Michael Knowles, the well-known conservative commentator, Michael Knowles. You think I like cherry-picked him?
I didn't think you did a good job against him. That's for sure.
Why?
You're right. I could have definitely gotten more in depth than that. Mainly because of the hypotheticals that we were doing. The main hypothetical.
Which hypothetical was irrelevant?
Yep, the one where you're talking about a being not having conscious experience. That is the reason it's not relevant is because humans have conscious experiences. Like you can't take that away. It does make it irrelevant.
No.
Yes,
if I were to say,
if you take away the conscious experience, then it's not partially human.
Well, no, that's not true.
It does not have the same function as a typical human would.
Do you think dead humans aren't humans?
They're not alive humans.
No, but they're not humans. So you dodged that question. You know that you're stupid for saying that. I'll let you get away with it, but it's very clear, right? Dead humans are still humans. That's not required to have conscious experience.
And when it comes to the topic of abortion,
let me respond to the first critique that you gave. Well, no, let me respond to the first critique that you made. Okay, so in the context of somebody saying what I value is a human life. If I give them an example of a human life that they don't value, that is a reductio on the view. Michael Knowles was saying that he valued a human life. That was a reductio on Michael Knowles' view. It was relevant to the topic.
Please elaborate. How is it relevant?
So if I were to say what I value in individuals is if they have 10 fingers, and then you were to say, oh, well, some individuals have 9 fingers. Do you think it's morally okay for me to torture people with 9 fingers? And I say, no, it's not okay. That would draw a contradiction on the view. The type of hypothetical we're running here is just a reductio. It's a reductio on the view. Do you know what reductio is?
Yes.
Okay. So if you understand what that is, then you must understand how it's relevant to the Michael Knowles conversation, correct?
I understand what you're trying to get at, but I still don't think it's relevant to his argument.
Oh, so when he says what we value is X, and I can give you an example where it is not X, but we still value it, you think that that's irrelevant to the question? That's irrelevant to the conversation?
When it came to Michael Knowles' specific argument about him valuing life, do humans have consciousness? Do humans have a conscious, like?
Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't.
Okay.
Sleeping human beings don't have conscious experience.
That you can disrespect a dead person? Because dead people, like you said, they don't have a conscious experience.
Well, I said you can? Like, logically?
Do you think that Michael Knowles' argument is that
I think you should not disrespect dead people, because it's really disrespectful to things like the families. It sets a really bad social precedent around things like consent. That's why I think that shouldn't be the case.
So that furthers the point that he values life. He doesn't value, like, the conscious experience is immaterial to his argument.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, you're deeply confused. So
no, because just because something has
so let me finish my sentence before you go on. So,
as you've interrupted me numerous times.
Every single time I've interrupted you, it's to get you back on topic, right? You interrupt me, you try to derail, you try to dodge the things what's actually relevant to the point, and now I'm trying to bring you back to the topic. So, when we go into Michael Knowles saying what I value is human life, and I give an example where a human is alive, but we don't value it, right? The reasons for valuing, like, protecting dead bodies in this situation wasn't because the dead bodies feel really bad. It's because the people around them feel really bad. That's a conscious experience that I'm referencing there, not the dead body's conscious experience. The reason it's like wrong to like, what would it be like wrong to like desecrate a body is not because the body feels really bad, right? We cremate bodies all the time. It doesn't make people feel as bad to see a body cremated as it would be for me to desecrate a corpse. Right?
So
these are just as bad if they were alive and they were feeling things consciously. If we were worried about hurting the person's feelings or something, then that might be relevant. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about making the dead body feel bad.
Please explain how a human life not having a conscious experience would go against Michael Knowles' argument.
Because there are some human lives without conscious experiences which we don't value. The example that I brought up was that of a pea zombie. It's a very commonly used one. I don't know why you said it was like impossible. It could not happen. It's used within philosophy. It's not like my hypothetical that I came up with off the top of my head. I'm not. I promise you, I'm not that smart. In the context of the conversation, when Michael Knowles says what we value is human life, and I can give examples where it's very intuitive to value human life, right? So, for example, one place where it's very unintuitive to value human life is like in the case of a tumor, right? That's an example. Another example could be in the case of somebody who's like brain dead, right? They're technically, their heart's beating, but they're not experiencing anything. We're totally okay with taking these people off of life support. These are examples of situations where we don't value human life.
So a tumor is not human life.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. Just because it has human DNA, is it not?
What do you think human life is?
Does the tumor have its own separate human DNA, or does it have the same human DNA as who it's attached to?
Some.
You'll have to give me an example.
A biparental mole formed at conception. Now, will you concede the point?
Hold on. Well, I'm looking.
Now you're stumbling like a fucking retard because you have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm looking it up.
Okay.
I'm looking it up.
You look that up. I'm going to talk to my stream chat. No, I would prefer if you did the research before talking about the topic, but I'm totally good with you doing it right now. So
hold on.
So, chat, this is the thing that I'm talking about. A lot of the time, people will come into these conversations saying, this is my best time. It's the thing that I know the best. And oftentimes, it's not that great. I'm not that great at it. Every single critique that I have of me that's actually made in like video format tends to be very indefensible. I think this is a good example of it.
So,
you want me to get up and piss? While you can actually just research the topic. I gotta go piss real quick. If that's good?
Okay. A molar pregnancy is not a regular pregnancy. Unusual growth cells. Let's see here.
What's up, chat? What's up?
So not
Can you hear
only
me?
that, but a molar
on just a
pregnancy
second.
wouldn't have the functions of a human life.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry. My audio was having some issues.
Do you think a molar pregnancy is a form of human life?
If your definition of human life is having unique human DNA, then it would fit your qualifications. What's your
So
definition
that's
of human
only
life?
part of my human life. It's the seven. It has to have the 7 qualities of human life.
Oh yeah, what are the 7 qualities of human life?
Let's see. It has to be able to reproduce.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be
Let's
able
go with
to,
that one first. So if somebody can't reproduce, are they no longer a human life?
No, because humans have the capability of reproducing.
Are these
cells
necessary or
themselves do
sufficient
reproduce.
conditions?
I'm sorry, what?
Are these necessary or sufficient conditions?
Please elaborate.
Are these necessary conditions or sufficient conditions?
I'd say they are necessary conditions.
Okay, so the moment you don't have one of them, you're no longer a human life, right?
It's as long as it has the it generally has the capability.
Okay, so these the conditions aren't.
So
the condition
such
is not
as
being
some
able to
women are
reproduce.
able
Hold on, you're
to-
confused about your own position. I'm gonna help you out.
Some women are not able to get
Let's hear it.
pregnant. That doesn't
Mhm.
mean they're not a female.
Yeah, you said they have to have the
because their body
capability to
generally
reproduce,
has
right?
the capability.
Yeah, the capability.
Yep.
Okay. Do you know what capability means?
Yep.
Okay. If somebody can't do something, are they capable of doing it?
Do humans generally have the capability of doing something?
Go ahead and answer my question.
Please repeat your question.
Because you were just ignoring it, because you're like wildly bad faith. The question was, if somebody can't do something, are they capable of doing it?
So are humans generally capable of doing the thing?
No, you're doing the thing again, where you ignore my question and ask a stupid one instead.
That's
Go ahead and
because
answer
I'm
my
not
question.
ignoring the question. I'm literally answering your question.
What was my question?
If you can't do it, are you capable of doing it?
And your answer was a yes or a no?
Just because a singular person cannot do something does not mean that humans are not generally capable of
That's not what
doing
I asked.
something.
Please answer my question with yes or no.
Again, just because you are, I mean, now who's the one being bad faith when I'm specifically telling you
You're
my
actually just
point, and
ignoring
then
my
you're
question.
going
The one
off
being
of
bad
it?
faith right now is
I'm
you.
not.
The answer to your question
No,
is
that's
you.
not even
You're still
close to
being bad
true.
faith.
Not even close to true, because humans generally have the capability of doing it.
I agree.
Am I wrong?
Humans generally have that capability. For you, humans always have that capability. It's a necessary
Nope,
condition
never
to be a
said
human
that.
life. Yes, you did.
I did not say necessity.
You said it was a necessary condition.
Yes, and humans, do their cells reproduce?
Okay, I don't know why you keep asking random irrelevant questions. You said it was a
It's
necessary.
not
Hold on.
relevant. It's
Listen.
literally specifically to this
Listen.
topic.
Brogy, listen. Quiet down. Listen. Pay attention. If it's a necessary condition, what that means is that to be a human, you have to have it. That's what a necessary condition is. Do you know that?
Yep.
Okay. So then to be a human, you have to have it, right?
Yep.
So if you don't have it, you're not a human, right?
Yep.
Okay. So then if you don't have the capability to reproduce, then you're not a human, right?
Do their cells reproduce?
Answer my question.
That is answering it. I'm answering it with
Is
a
it yes
question.
or no? No. Questions don't get answered with questions. They get answered with
They
answers.
do get answered with questions.
They get answered with
Questions
answers. Try again.
do get answered with questions.
Those are called not answering. Go ahead and try again. Yes or no?
Do human cells reproduce?
Please answer my question. You look terrible doing this, by the way. You don't look good doing this. Everyone in chat is making fun of you because you're ignoring the question really blatantly. You're doing really poorly. I need you to answer the question. Try again.
I did answer it.
What was the question you answered?
If they can't reproduce, are they humans?
Your answer was what? Yes or no?
My answer is no, they aren't humans. But do
There
cells
we go.
reproduce
Did you say?
them?
Well, hold on. Do you think you said no earlier?
Yes.
No, you didn't. It's okay. So to be really clear, the answer is no, they aren't humans. If you can't reproduce, then you're not a human. That was your
My
answer?
specific answer was, can humans reproduce?
Some of them can and some can't. In my view,
What
on
humans-
your view, every single human can.
What humans don't have cellular reproduction?
Humans that can't reproduce are ones who are infertile.
What
Cellular
humans don't
reproduction.
have cellular reproduction?
Tumors have that. Did you forget the argument we were making?
Tumors cell reproduce, but that doesn't automatically make a tumor a human.
I feel like you just completely lost track of your own argument. Your argument was that listen, Brogy, middle of a sentence. You can't call other people floundering right now. So middle of a sentence, hold on, listen. Your argument was the reason why tumors are not humans is because they lack the property of reproduction. They can't reproduce. That's why we went down this diatribe, right? Now I'm asking you, okay, if tumors can't reproduce, because you're not talking about cellular reproduction, what about other human beings that can't reproduce? Tumors obviously have cellular reproduction, right, Brogy?
Yep, but that, like I said, that doesn't make tumors a human.
Can tumors reproduce?
Yep.
Okay. Tumors can reproduce.
Are you asking a question or a statement?
That was a question. Tumors can reproduce, right?
Yep.
Okay. So your qualification, the entire line we just went down, you agree that condition is something that tumors do fit?
Yep.
Okay.
But
I have no idea what the fuck you had to go down that line then, right? You want to try again?
Ooh. Okay, so another need that they have is
this is your best topic?
Yep.
Wow.
But again, you haven't even answered any of my things.
Okay, how about this?
You're literally going off hard.
I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you one question, and then you tell me this. When does a human life end?
Human life ends when cellular reproduction stops, as well as they have no longer need they no longer need a physiological need. They no longer have safety needs. They no longer have love and connection needs. They no longer have
all of those are these
no
necessary conditions? Sorry, without the filibuster. Are these necessary sufficient conditions?
Without the filibuster. Question, or do you
without the filibuster? No, I don't. I actually want you to stop. I want you to stop because you're filibustering.
So you're not trying to have a good faith argument.
I am, and you're trying to have a bad faith one. I'm trying to make sure that you have to be good faith. I have a question for you. Are those necessary or sufficient?
If I'm trying to answer something, the point of a good faith argument or conversation would be that
you're not trying to good faith answer. You're trying to fill out as much. You're trying to fill out as much of your time as possible. Now go ahead and answer my question.
You asked me.
Necessary or sufficient?
You asked me whether what
necessary or sufficient
is necessary for it to be no longer a life.
Nope, I didn't ask you that. I asked you when does life end?
Yep. And which is the necessity for.
Are you listing out every single necessary condition?
That's what my answer was.
Perfect. If those are necessary conditions, you understand. If somebody doesn't fit one of these, that means their life is gone, right? Their life is over. It's the end of their life.
Okay, your point.
Okay. One of the things you listed. Hold on. No, you asked my point. You asked my point. Listen to the point. That means that if somebody doesn't have a loving connection to other people, that was one of the points you said was a necessary condition.
It's love and connection needs.
Love and connection needs. Okay, so if somebody doesn't have love and connection needs, that means their life is ending. Spit it out.
Literally, yes.
Literally, yes?
Every human being has loving connection needs, such as belonging. They need intimacy. They need affection. They need support.
What's the definition of love and connection needs?
A need for belonging, intimacy, affection, and support.
And all of those and? Belonging?
That's the only thing I have for... belonging, I said that.
Mm-hmm. That's an and? You have to have all of those?
Oh, no, not necessarily. You just need to have some sort of love and connection needs.
Okay. And so those are sufficient. Those are or. You meant to say or there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
And it's what are the or statements? Go ahead.
Belonging, intimacy, affection, support.
Support. By support, you mean?
Needing support from other people, whether it be emotional, physical, whatever.
So, okay. So, for example, if it was the case that you were brain dead and on life support, you would need support.
Oh, of course.
So, brain dead people are alive?
Well, no, because brain dead people, just because you need support, and those things, you even said yourself, they're an or. So just because you have one doesn't necessarily mean that you are alive.
Huh.
Like
no, it does actually. That's how ors work. Nope. So ors mean sufficient.
They need love and connection.
Brogy.
Is support for a brain dead person the same thing as a love and connection need?
Is
support for
my friend, I will tell you the answer to every question, but first I have to correct you on something because you were very confused. Ors, those are sufficient conditions. That means you only need one of them. So if I say, I can go to the store if I'm wearing a red shirt or if I'm wearing red shoes. That means I don't have to have both. I can just have one. Now, necessary conditions, those are like the and statement. So if I said, I can go to the store if I'm wearing a red shirt and I'm wearing red shoes, that means I have to have both. Those are necessary conditions. You gave me sufficient conditions at the end there. Now I'm asking you, how about this? Since you agree brain dead people aren't alive, what qualification do they lack? What's one example of a necessary condition they lack?
A brain dead person does not need love and connection, as the one we're just talking about.
Oh, they don't need love and connection?
They do not. They're dead.
But if they don't have love and connection, they'll stop cellular reproduction.
What?
Just curious. A brain dead person isn't alive. One more time. A brain dead person is not alive.
A brain dead person is not alive.
And when does life begin?
Life begins when unique DNA is created.
What if you have unique DNA and you're brain dead?
So if you
Dog, you just fucked yourself. The argument's over at this point.
Are you talking about a fetus being
Oh no, I'm
brain
talking
dead?
about a zygote. Do you know the difference?
Yes, but a zygote, either way, it's still growing. Just because
and they're brain dead.
If it does not have cellular reproduction, it is no longer a human.
Just curious. Are zygotes, are they brain dead? Are zygotes brain dead?
It depends on what stage you feel a zygote is, because at some point they develop a
No, zygotes never
consciousness.
have brains. Once you have a brain, you've stopped being a zygote. You've even stopped being an embryo. You're what's called a fetus. Are you sure you know the difference?
Yep.
Okay, now you really know the difference. So I'm asking you again. Zygotes, do they have brains?
No, I never stated that they did have brains.
You said that life begins at conception and that brain dead people aren't
when
alive.
Unique DNA is formed. So that's actually
and
a few days
brain dead
after
people aren't
conception.
alive. No, it'd be at conception, not a few days after. I don't know where you think that. The formation of a zygote is sufficient to have new DNA.
To my knowledge, and
You don't
this
have
one
enough
I
knowledge.
definitely could be wrong.
You are wrong.
Clearly, I'm more educated on this topic than you are.
Nobody thinks that.
Oh, yeah, you're.
You don't think that.
Simping
You, in
chat.
particular, don't think that.
I definitely do think that.
No, you don't. You've lost all of your confidence throughout this discussion. We could all hear it. You've constantly, over and over again, had these massive moments of dead air.
Have an
where
actual
You're clearly bombing.
conversation.
I want to ask you one more question, though. One more question.
Yep.
And this time, I want to make sure that we have an answer. Yes or no? Are zygotes brain dead?
Yes.
Are brain dead people alive?
Will they gain
Womp
a
womp.
consciousness?
Just say no, dog. Just stop embarrassing yourself. Say no.
I'm not. Will they gain a consciousness? Will they gain
That's not a
brain?
qualification.
Are they growing?
They currently don't have one of the necessary conditions, do they?
That doesn't mean anything.
It does mean a lot. It means they don't have one of the necessary conditions to be a human being. That means your whole argument's done. You lost. You got premise locked.
It really doesn't.
It's over. We can
Nope.
keep cycling through
Will
it.
they have the
Oh, actually,
capability of
hold on.
having a brain?
Hold on. I have the capability. Oh wait, hold on. The capability of having a brain. On what modal scope?
Please elaborate.
On what modal scope? I'm asking you the modal scope.
Yep. What do you mean by modal scope?
You don't know what a modal scope is?
Nope.
So when we use words like capability or possibility or necessity or can, right? All of these are called modal terms. So when somebody says something's impossible, right? That's the same as saying it's necessarily not. So all of these terms, modal terms, they operate within what's called modal scope. Okay, I'll explain what a modal scope is now. So a modal scope is the set of rules and regulations on capability or can or possibility or any word like that or necessity. And to be necessarily the case, it has to be the case you can deduce it from that set of rules. So if something's logically necessary, that means it's deducible from the laws of logic. If something's physically necessary, it's deducible from the laws of physics. And the inverse, possibility, right? Or not necessarily not. Possibility, what that means is that it's not in contradiction with that set of laws. So logically possible means there's no internal contradiction. Physically possible means there's no contradiction with the laws of physics. So now that you understand what a modal scope is, right? You can now tell me what the modal scope is on capability, right? Or do you just usually use like really ambiguous terms like capability because you don't want to get clear on it?
I use the words like capability because it eventually will have it has the capability of growing and
Answer my
getting
question,
a brain.
though.
You haven't even answered my last question.
Which question of yours have you asked in the past that I haven't answered?
Does a brain dead person need the support of love and connection.
No. Now, can you answer my question?
What was the question again? Sorry,
Oh
looking
my
at
God.
chat.
So yeah, you don't want to do that. It's gonna make you feel bad.
I was looking at my chat.
Your chat's gonna make you feel bad. So I want to ask you the question one more time. Maybe this time you'll be able to engage with it. You'll be able to answer it, respond to it. I'm very curious about one super simple thing, which is just, what the fuck is the modal scope?
I don't actually have an answer for that one, just because I still
is
don't
it
really know
logically?
what you
Are
mean
you
by
saying that they're
modal scope.
logically capable? It's logically possible? Are you saying
It
it's physically
is-
possible?
It is logical that they will eventually gain a brain.
That's not what I just asked you. When you say capability, that means it's possible. That means they can do it, right? I'm
Yep,
asking you.
They can once it grows.
Yeah, so they can't do it right now.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. Eventually,
means
it
a lot.
will. A 2 or a
What do you
4-month
think makes
old
you the
cannot
same
walk,
person
but
over time?
eventually will.
What do you think makes you the same person over time?
I don't feel like anyone's the same person. What do you mean by same person? Because
I mean, right now you have
develop.
the same identity, right? You are the same individual, the same person, right? You would assume you're the same person that you were 5 minutes ago, right?
Yep.
Okay, you're the same individual, even though your thoughts and ideas change. What is it that makes you the same person over time?
My DNA.
Your DNA. So if your DNA
Yep.
mutated, you wouldn't be the same person.
No.
If you had cancer, for example, you wouldn't be the same person.
So just because I get cancer doesn't mean all of my cells differ. If as soon as I get rid of the cancer
that's
cells,
irrelevant.
my
I don't know why you're
cells
saying
can
that.
stay the same. That's literally an answer to what
I
you're
asked,
saying.
No. What I'm talking about
What?
right now, nope, I'll tell you and I'll help you out. I'm telling you, if it's the case your DNA changed, here's an example where your DNA changed. Is it the case that if you get cancer, your DNA changes?
You get cancer cells, but that doesn't necessarily mean that all of your cells change. Or
Not
your
what I
DNA
asked.
changes.
Okay, your answer is no. Your DNA does not change if you get cancer.
Nope, you have cancer cells inside you, but your DNA itself.
Okay, you just don't know.
You
how
still
cancer
have
works,
the
I guess.
same DNA.
So you understand that the cancer cells that we're talking about are ones with different DNA, right?
Yep. So do
And
you
they're
think
part of you.
do you
They're
think
attached to you?
do you think cancer is the same thing as a human?
No, I think it's attached to humans. I
Oh,
think
so
what makes you is not your
okay.
DNA. Yeah,
Okay.
Broji, you do this. You have this problem. You have this continued fallacy you use over and over again, where you forget the argument that you made and you like insert it into my position.
No,
and then you try to make
keep
critiques of that
trying
new
to
that new
divert.
position, which is this weird hybrid of like all of your awful positions and like all of my good ones. You make that hybrid position and then you attack that. I don't want you to attack that. Attack my position. I'm right here.
You hold on, my fucking
Oh my
headphones must have fucking muted or some shit. What's up? What was that?
Yeah,
Heard
I'm
you
trying to get
talking.
really clear. If what makes you the same person over time is your DNA, your DNA can mutate. If cancer cells exist in your body, then that DNA and that cancer cell is mutated.
So generally, and now this one could be wrong, but if you have
Oh, you could
cancer
be.
and let's say your arm, does that mean that your DNA in your leg changes? Does
Wait,
that
hold
mean
on.
the DNA in your
You're-
head changes?
You
Does
said
that
you
mean
could
the
be.
DNA in your
Do you want me to
stomach
answer your
changes?
question or do you want to filibuster?
I'll filibuster. I don't care.
You look terrible doing it. So the answer to your question, you said you didn't know, which makes me really curious, right? If you don't know, if it was the case that if I like pull up a source right now and says when you get cancer, all of the cells in your body, all of their DNA changes. Would you say that a person who gets cancer is no longer the same person?
There is no evidence of that.
Yeah. Do you know how counterfactuals work?
So just
If you didn't
because
have
I'm
breakfast this
saying I
morning,
could
how
be
would you
wrong,
feel?
It's more or less.
If you didn't have
I
breakfast
feel-
this morning, how would you feel?
I don't eat breakfast, so
Oh my God, he doesn't eat breakfast, guys. If you didn't have breakfast this morning, how would you feel? See, if you didn't have breakfast this morning, the answer is very simple. Just say how you feel right now.
I feel fine.
You feel
Like-
fine. There we go. We're gonna teach him how to engage in counterfactuals. Chat. We can do it together. We can explain to this man how counterfactuals work. So now I'm gonna ask the other question again. Now that we know how to engage in counterfactuals, if it was the case that I showed you a study right now that says, yeah, when you get cancer, the DNA in all of your cells changes slightly, ever so slightly, it's almost unnoticeable. Would you say that means that when you get cancer, you're no longer the same person?
If you could find evidence of that, that would probably change my views.
Answer my question though.
Is saying that I would change my views isn't an answer to your
No,
question.
my question was not would your views change. I know at least one of your views would change. The one that I just gave you evidence for directly. I'm asking you, if it was the case that your view changed on this, would that also change your view on this thing over here? Which is like, are you the same person before and after you get cancer?
But would that not be a yes to that statement?
No,
Like,
it wouldn't be a yes to that statement.
Are you not able to deal with fucking
Are you
other
diagnosed
questions?
with something? Are you diagnosed with something that makes you have like
I was
trouble
gonna ask
understanding how
you
other
the
people
same
work?
fucking thing.
I don't know why you'd ask me the same thing instead of just answering the question. The answer is yes, I'm guessing. You're definitely diagnosed with some shit that makes you like incapable of understanding how other people's brains work.
I've literally been able to answer every single one of your questions, yet
Nobody watching this thinks you've done that. No, not a single person watching this on either side believes that you've answered every single one of my questions.
What question have I not answered?
We watched you like freeze up several times in a row and not answer the question. You haven't answered the last one. You've even asked me instead of answering the question. You've even asked me directly.
Again,
well, wouldn't that count as this kind of answer? No, it doesn't. See, I could say my views would change, but that wouldn't mean my views change such that you are the same person before and after you have cancer. See, if I said that, what I would mean is like, well, my views would change. And by that, I mean I would change my position so that I don't think that what makes you you is if it's the case that you have the same DNA or not. That's a silly, incredibly silly position.
If you are bringing up whether if cancer cell or cancer DNA changes all of the DNA in a human, and you were to be able to bring proof of that, and I'm saying that your DNA is what makes you you. If you have different DNA inside of you, or like if all of your DNA changes to whatever.
Did you track anything I just said?
Yeah, just because.
What do you think I just gave you? What was the argument I just gave you?
Clear about my argumentation does not mean I'm not answering you.
Not as clear. It's just that you don't know what any of that thing that I just nothing that I just said. I don't feel like you track any of that because nothing that you're saying right now has any relation to it.
Everything I said had every correlation to what you had said.
Correlation?
Yeah.
I don't know what you think that word means. So I'm asking just really quickly. Let's make sure that we're on the right track so that you can understand this argument. I can understand your view. Want to know something super simple. Super simply, yes or no to this question. If it was the case that I provided you data that showed that when somebody gets cancer, all the cells in their body, the DNA changes. Would you think that means that once somebody gets cancer, they're no longer the same person?
No, because my views would change.
Oh, really? The answer is no?
Yeah,
so then, hypothetically, if it was the
DNA
case...
changes, wouldn't that mean... And if all of your DNA changes, you would still be the same person.
If all your DNA changes, you'd still be the same person?
To my knowledge, yeah. So unless you have evidence of something other than that...
Hold on. Let's think about what you said one more time because I want to make sure that I heard it right. If it's the case that all of your DNA changes, you would still be the same person anyways. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, so if
Do you notice the